scholars, let me glad to give a warm welcome to everyone to this session. Let me introduce myself first. I am Dr. Saravanan, Associate Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Annamalai University. This content covers the research and the publication ethics, in specific the predatory publications and guidelines for identifications. The predatory publications includes the publishers, the predatory journals, and the software tools identified by SPPU for the welfare of the Ph.D. scholars. Let me begin with the modules. Actually, this content covers the two modules, predatory publishers and journals, the model RPE04, software tool to identify predatory publications developed by SPPU. You may have a question, why do we need the RPE coursework? Actually, this is the pre-registration coursework. The UGC notification released on December 2019 clearly tells about the necessity of this course for the PhD scholars. So all the PhD scholars in our country must complete this coursework so as you will get awareness about the predatory publications and the related issues. The academic integrity standards need to be maintained by the scholars when they go for research. Recap the publication rules of our university. If you refer the guidelines provided in your syllabus, 2022-23 regulations clearly tells about the submission of synopsis rules. So under the class 17, the subclass 17.1 clearly tells you that you need to publish 2 research articles in UGC listed journals or scopus related fields. Else you will not be permitted to submit your synopsis. So all the guidelines are clearly provided in the regulations. Before start your research activities, go through the submission procedures. It is available in our university website. Under the diary you can find the PhD rules and regulations. So revise it and keep it in your mind. Our Prime Minister insists to maintain the research quality in our country. He says, our government is ready to accept any challenge and improve the research environment in our country. As the research scholars, you should know, research is the backbone of any nations. The research plays the major role to promote our country's status from one level to another level. If you want to raise it among other countries, you must focus on your research quality. This is insisted by our Prime Minister. C.N.R. Rao, and foremost scientist, the chemist of course, he expressed his dissatisfaction like this. Observe the statement given by C.N.R. Rao. He is the former advisor to our Prime Minister during the period 1985 to 1989 and 2005 to 2014. So according to C.N.R. Rao, neither the quality nor quantity is enough in Indian research. The research in India is inadequate. Of course, he is satisfied with the publication counts. More number of research publications have been made by our Indian contributors. But what about the quality? The quality shows the declining trend, whereas the count shows inclining trend. The low rate of citation says he is not worried about the quantity, but quality is important. of Indian publications. He was the chair of Scientific Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India during the said period. So what is fact journals? As a researcher, you must run away from the fake journals because they are pulling down our country's status. If you prefer the fake journals for your contributions, it will not bring down you. It will not bring down your guide. It will bring down everything. The news have been flashed by the Hindu newspaper. See, fake journals made in India gone wrong. Nearly 42% of the fake journal publishers are based in India. The newspaper statement says like that. So, we must assume ourselves as a citizen of India. We are facing this kind of situation. If it is in the level of 42%, how the researchers can maintain the quality in the research? Another newspaper expressed the fake journal related issues. The fake research paper shops, it says, pay, publish, get profit. The predatory publishers' concept is money. They are earning money by getting the papers from the Indian researchers. For publication, they are charging. Whether it has the quality or not, they are not worrying about it. Just they publish it. Despite of many UGC efforts to stop these kind of activities, still they are spreading across the country. See, in a decade, the growth rate of fake journal is from 1 to 1,500. 10 years back, the journals, a few journals were exist, but now more than 1,500 fake journals. The newspaper says that Hyderabad is the hub of pay and publish. The Hindustan Times says that bogus journals weighing down research in India. Academic research in India is plagued by predatory publishing. Researchers are increasingly opting for these journals which are run without any peer review procedures. So as a researcher, you should know your article need to be peer reviewed or refereed. Many standard, the legitimate journals are having this kind of procedures. Without peer review, they will not permit the papers to go for publication. There are various stages that need to be cleared. But the unauthenticated, these kind of fake journals, they do not follow any kind of procedure. Simply they get money. They will ask you to submit the article towards the email. No reviewing procedure they do follow. Simply they air it. It means they publish it, whether it in print form or electronic form. The Tribune says that Indians top contributors to fake journals, UGC to crack down. Of course, often UGC is taking necessary steps to stop these kind of activities. However, because of the researchers and awareness, they are falling in the trap of the predatory publishers' hands. So it is must to know about the issues behind these kind of predatory publications, how you can secure your research activities, how you can stay away from these kind of predatory items. you will observe one by one. Let me explain. The Tribune News clearly states that there are 11,000 total fake journals exist in the country. Of them, 35% articles contributed by the Indians. The maximum articles are belonging to the disciplines of engineering, biomedicine and social sciences. Per year, the enrollment of the scholar rate is 10%. The disciplines are science, engineering and technology, social sciences and humanities. So the growth rate of the scholars in these disciplines clearly tells that they are interested to focus on the research. And it is on their hands to maintain the academic integrity, so as they can stay away from the predatory items in order to secure their research contributions. This is an interview made with the Professor Bhushan Patwardhan. Of course, he is the biomedical researcher and professor of health sciences in Savitribai Phule Pune University. Not only that, he is also the current vice chairman of the University Grants Commission. He says that India's fight against the predatory journals. Towards the UGC, he is taking enough steps to control the predatory activities in our country. There are various announcements that have been made by UGC at regular intervals. But the scholar needs to be aware of these notifications. Every time they must watch the UGC notifications. They can get more information from their research supervisors. Our institution is taking responsibility to control the predatory activities. From the DARE, you will receive all kind of notifications, whatever released by the University Grants Commissions. Predatory publishers. These two pictures clearly express the status of the researcher and the publishers. The researchers, those who want to publish their articles by paying the money, will silently developing the predatory publishers. The reason for the growth rate of predatory publishers from 1 to 1,500 is because of these kind of researchers. So what are predatory journals? Of course, the definition and the term predatory journal was found by Jeffrey Bial, a librarian at the University of Colorado. He started to analyze the predatory activities and he collected the list of predatory publishers, the predatory journals, and exclusively he created a website to maintain these things. So he says that the person who analyzed and observed a growing number of the exploitative academic journals charging author fees without proper quality and the published papers. So simply the predatory publishers will never care about the quality of your work. They are focusing on the fee. Just they collect the money, whether it has the quality or not, and they are ready to publish it. These are called as the predatory journals. This is the BL's website. If you access it, you can find the lot of menus and submenus where you can find the potential predatory journals and publishers list. Of course, this website is available now but not updated. Because of the various pressures faced by the BLs, he was not able to continue this activity. So one stage he stopped it, but still the list exists. It is in the net. In many countries, before go for publication, the institutions are insisting the scholars to go through the BL's list. Then they can take decision to go for journal selection for publishing their papers. So it gives complete details about the fake items. During the period 2011 to 2017, the growth rate of predatory items have been clearly identified. The frequency table is clearly indicates, and it is prepared by the BLs. In the year 2011, the publishers count was just 18. Just to see the year 2017, where the count was increased up to 1115. The journal rate was 1294. The predatory publishers' growth rate is clearly indicated by BLs through the graph. See, the inclining rate in between 2011 to 2017 is clearly reported by BL. We can't believe our eyes. Because of the researchers, the predatory publishers count has been increased like this. This is the journal's growth rate. 2013 it was 126 journals. But in 2017 the journals increased up to 1294. We should worry about these things. So what are predatory journals? See the definition. The publishers could charge a fee for the publication of material without providing the publication services an author would expect, such as peer review and editing. The two concepts are very important, peer review and the editorial process. In the predatory items, you will never find the editorial board activities and the peer review method. As I said earlier, simply the predatory publishers are focusing on the money. So what are predatory journals and how they contact the researchers? What are the procedures they do follow? First, they ask the researchers for the manuscript. Simply they will contact you through the mail, and it will list various instructions. You will never find any editorial and peer review related information. They will ask you to submit the paper via mail ID. There is no peer review system, no true editorial board. They publish worthless papers, and they are also asking huge publication charges. The elsewhere, an authenticated publisher, they have given clear instruction on their website about the predatory publishers' fraudulent emails requesting payment. So they have given the clear warning for the contributors. So it clearly tells that we must stay away from the predatory items, and how to stay away and how to secure our research activities. Many tips are available in elsewhere. So when you have a time, you must go through it. Just look around it. Each and every publisher, the legitimate, they are giving proper guidelines for their contributors. These are the other terms represent the predatory journals: deceptive, pseudo, fact, illegitimate, exploitative, unscrupulous, scam, bogus, and non-reputable. These are some equivalent terms. You are watching one of the fake journal. It is available in the openaccessjournal.com. It has a list of predatory items. See the website. It clearly says that it is not secured. The researcher should know when the publishers are not ready to secure their website, even they are not able to secure their website, how they will maintain the quality of the research? They are not ready to pay money to secure the website, but they are collecting huge amounts from the contributors. See the website design and everything. Often you will receive these kind of mails and the links. If you click the link, it will load the website like this. You should stay away from this kind of publishers. See, this is an authenticated and UGC CARE listed journal, a sample website. See the website URL address. It clearly says that the web page is secure, and the menus, every details clearly provided by the journal publishers. This is an evidence for an authenticated legitimate journal. This is coming under the UGC CARE listed one. Just observe the difference between the fake journal and authenticated one. See, this is the contact address of the fake journal. The arrow highlights the email ID. This is the ID. This is the only ID provided by these kind of publishers through which you need to contact them. No other details you can find on the website. See the contact details of the legitimate item. Everything is clearly provided. The office address, email address, the phone number, everything you can find in the authenticated items. So these kind of simple things will help you to differentiate the authenticated journal from the fake items. Or the really problem, you may think. So what are the problems the researcher are going to face? This is not only the problem of the researchers. Let me explain. Actually, it will damage the researcher's reputation your visibility and your recognition. These things will be collapsed. When you are not able to maintain the quality, when you follow the predatory publishers, when you are ready to contribute your work in the fake journals, these things will be happen. How it will damage the reputation, I will show you. So it starts from the researchers. So you want to pay money for your research publications. You contact the research publisher, of course, the fake publishers, and you pay money, you publish it. Then what is next? The impact will come to the research supervisor, and it will affect the department, whatever you are belonging to. It will affect your faculty. It will affect the institution. It will affect the state. Finally, it pull down our country because of their fake publishers. So many scholars are not aware, because you are focused on publishing the article and by showing these evidences to submit your research. So you simply think that your job is over. But actually after publication, after awarding the thesis, the impact will start. Everything will be slowly, gradually affect the entire nomenclature. How? You must be aware, all the research submissions, the thesis will be aired by South Ganga. Yes, the UGC in Flipnet is taking responsibility for collecting and airing the thesis in electronic format. It is one of the rules in all the institutions across the country that the scholar should submit the thesis along with the electronic copy. So as after the viva voce examination, once a thesis is awarded, it will be aired by South Ganga. When it aired, you know very well, your fake contributions, the journal articles, is also attached with the thesis. It will be accessed by many more researchers across the globe. So from anywhere, anyone can access your research activity. If you have contributed your research work in any fake items, it will flash our institution name. So as I said earlier, it brings down everyone from researchers to the country. Now recollect what our Prime Minister expressed about the research, what C.N.R. Rao expressed about the dissatisfaction of the quality of the research, and UGC Vice Chairman and Chairman. Everybody is worrying about to maintain the quality of the research. It is, they are framing the rules, of course, but it is on the hands of the researchers. They try their levels best to secure the research by which they want to promote our country's status and they want to take it into the next level. But we need to support. As a researchers, it is your responsibility. You are the, of course, future pillars of the country. You must develop the awareness. and you should know. When you commit the mistakes while you are doing the research, these are the impacts. It will like as a chain. If one link is cut, everything will be spoiled. Here the plagiarism is an important thing. The plagiarism related lecture is available in this content. Our university website, Multimedia Center has it. You can find my lecture there, where you can get many details about the plagiarism and how to stay away from this. So it is coming under one of the module of research and publication ethics. So please go through it and develop your awareness by grasping more detail from this content. Next is the copyright problems. Usually the fake journals will not maintain the copyright issues, but legitimate items, they have clearly given instructions about the copyright, whether the copyright is reserved by the publisher or author or both. So whatever it is, it needs to be clearly provided by the publishers, but you can't find this kind of information in the fake journals item. So many authors, many contributors are not aware of the copyright issues. You must be aware, otherwise you will lose the right to publish it anywhere. So some factors are there to assess the publishers. How we can identify, because there are hundreds, thousands, lakhs of publishers across the world. So how we can assess them? Some key factors are there. The association membership need to be traced, that they are a member of the open access scholarly publishers or the directory of open access journal. So their membership need to be, it's one of the key factors. It is not only the factors to identify the publisher's quality, it is one of the factors. Just to check whether or not they belong to the Committee on Publication Ethics, which maintains a code of conduct for publishers. If they are member of this association, definitely they should follow the ethics, the codes. The code of conduct need to be followed. So you can trace the publisher's quality through these associations. This is the Open Access Scholarly Publishing Association website. It gives many details about the code of conduct and ethics for the publishers. You must go through it and have some awareness about the publishers and their code of conduct. The second factor, it needs to be transparency. The legitimate publishers and the journals, they are giving complete details about their activities. There is no hidden information. Their contact information is transparency. Their mission statement should be clearly displayed on their website, and the complete email address, everything you need to verify. See, a sample website contact address. If you click the about detail, nothing is displayed. This is of course one of the fake journal. See what you find, a blank page. The website is not secured. Will you say this is a legitimate journal? Are you ready to publish this? Are you ready to prefer this journal for publishing your research country activities? But if you are not aware, simply you will select this publisher, you will pay the money, and soon your paper will be published. The next thing, whether the journal is indexed or not, because as you know, the Web of Science, Scopus and Google Scholar, there are many large databases exist in the world. Most of the publishers and their journals are indexed in these databases, so as we can access it towards the online. So you must verify whether they are purely indexed in the standard databases or not. It is one of the factors. See, the Web of Science and Scopus databases covers a large number of discipline journals. This is Web of Science web page. If you visit there, you can identify the journals list. If you publish your contribution in the journals which are listed in Web of Science, there will be no issues as per the UGC regulations and our university rules. If you publish the article in either in Web of Science or Scopus databases or UGC listed journals, so they have a separate list. So in any one of the platform you can use for publication, because these platforms you are using the proper peer review process. Let me show the Scopus website page. See, like as a Web of Science, Scopus in one of the giant, they cover almost many discipline related journals. Either you can choose Scopus or Web of Science and find out whether the journal is listed in these databases. So these are legitimate items as per UGC norms. Quality of previous publications. When you assess the publisher's quality, you need to check their background. Nowadays, all the publishers, they are maintaining the websites, they are maintaining the archives, and a long period publication activities they have in their account. Assessing previous output from the publisher in question may give an idea of the academic quality of the publication. You must verify everything related to the publishers. And the fees. Any author fees should be clearly explained prior to publication and be easily accessible to potential authors, aware of any hidden fees which are raised during the publication process. Because many fake journals, as I said, they want to collect the money, they want to charge. See, a journal website has listed the publication charges, Indian currency as well as dollar. See, clearly it tells which journal is free and which is need to be paid. Of course, these are all the article processing charges, but for your information, the legitimate item will never ask money because they want to maintain the quality. As I said, the copyright. If the publisher claims to operate under an open access model, you need to check whether the Creative Commons of the other type of open license is being applied or not. This is very important. All the open access publishers are coming under this copyright. The peer review, an important thing. See, your article need to be crashed. The stage of peer review. It must be refereed. Without review, how you will identify the quality of your contribution. So when it goes through the peer review, definitely they will suggest for any of the minor or major corrections, if anything in case exists. Otherwise it will be cleared. That's why all legitimate journals are having the standard editorial board where you can find the experts from the subject disciplines. Experienced faculty members are acting as the board members. They are editorial board members. So without their green signal, no article will go for publication. If it is cleared, then it will be aired. Otherwise, it will be returned to the center. You must check the editorial board list, because many fake journals, they are listing more numbers of members from various countries. They say international journal. You can find many faculty members' name. But if you verify these people with the institution, you will wonder many of them are fake. An interesting thing is, many faculty members are not aware that their name have been included in the editorial board list by the fake journals. See, dozens of mail I am receiving to act as a member in the editorial board. The fake. So as a faculty, I am aware of these kind of publishers and journals. So simply I delete the mails and I will not respond any kind of publishers or journal. So you must have the awareness to check the editorial board whether it is authenticated or not. The quality of the website is very important. Already you have observed, I have shown some websites. The fake journals, they will not maintain the quality in the website. But the legitimate one, you can find the neat design and everything. It is not only a factor, it is one of the factors. You need to trust your judgment. Your intuition is very important, and the experience will help you to identify these things. Moreover, your research supervisor plays a key role here. So without your research supervisor guidance, you should not approach any kind of publishers or journals. They will guide you. So what to do? Simple. Think twice, thrice, many times. Check everything regarding the publishers and the journals. And you can go for submitting process. These three things you need to follow. First thing. So raise some questions yourself. Are you submitting your research to a trusted journal? Is it the right journal for your work? Because since we are living in the internet world, all the research publications can be accessed from anyone, from anywhere, because it is being published worldwide. Every week you can find new publishers. Many researchers have concerns about the predatory publication. A sad thing. It can be challenging to find up-to-date guidance when choosing where to publish. Definitely it is a challenging one if you are not aware of the predatory items. So check. You can consult your friends. Do you or your friends know the journal or not? Have you read any articles in the journal before? Is it easy to discover the latest papers in the journal? So the name of the journal The name is unique, it is not the same or easily confused with another journal. The fake journals always follow the originals. You will never find the difference. The similarities, the fake journals are maintaining the same as it is available in the original. Let me show. See, the left side you are watching the UGC CARE listed journals. The right side, they are all the cloned items, the fake. Observe the titles, language, publisher, ISS and everything. The yellow background highlighted items are all cloned. Almost you can find the similarities. If you are not aware, what will happen? You will fall and you will select the cloned items for your publication. The title need to be verified letter by letter. If you verify the ISSN number, ISSN is nothing but International Standard Serial Number. It's an unique ID. It is maintained by all the journals publishers. There is a separate ISSN portal is available. They are responsible to distribute the ISSN for the journals. It is one of the factors by which you can identify. If there is no ISSN, it is not worth for consideration. Just match the ISSN number with the cloned item. See, the same ISSN they are using. If you are not aware, definitely you will go and publish it, you will pay the money. After some period, you will realize that you have made a mistake, but it was too late. Can you cross-check with the information about the journals in the ISSN portal? The ISSN portal need to be accessed. See, as I said, this is the portal. You can verify whether the journal has the ISSN or not. If you enter the ISSN number, it will give complete details about the journal. You can search it by using the ISSN number or by entering the title. Check ISSN portal. The home page of the ISSN. See, this is one of the online journal, USA based. You can find the ISSN number within the green circle. All the journals, they are having it. This is the Emerald, a popular journal. Here I have listed the journal items. So the subject economics I have selected. In the right part, see, economics is identified. This is the first category. We can narrow down it under the economics, the subcategory. First is international economics I have selected. Under the international economics, further we can narrow down it where the second subcategory, the economia journal I have identified. So the economic subject, the categories can be narrowed down it. Whatever you prefer, you can find and select it. The economia journal has two ISSN numbers. The first one exclusively for the print items and the second one refers the electronic version. So whether you prefer the e-version or print version, the rules and regulations are available in their journal websites. So any journal, you must try to identify the ISSN number. It is very important. And go to the ISSN portal, you just type it. Many fake journal using the authenticated ISSN. So there is no wonder, you will definitely find the details in ISSN portal. But the titles and other details, each word by word you need to verify. Here I am verifying the Emerald, the Economia journal. ISSN details. I have entered the ISSN number. The green arrow, first one indicates ISSN number. In the second one, I have selected the ISSN. In the bottom area, it clearly tells that the ISSN is available and the country, status, everything is provided like this. You can verify it in this way. This is another ISSN. Two ISSN you observed for Economia. So this is the second one. So both items are available. See, Economia, within circle bracket you can find Brasilia online. This is online version. So the unique ID is provided usually for the print version and the online version. Separate ISSNs are there. So you must confirm these things before go for identifying the journals. Check. Can you easily identify and contact the publisher? Is it possible to contact the publisher whenever you want? In the fake journal, I showed you only the email ID was there. Whenever you try to contact this publisher, it would not be easy to get reply from them. Once you paid the money, they will disappear. If you ask any question, they will not respond. Is the publisher name clearly displayed on the journal website? Can you contact the publisher by telephone, email and post? You will never find the telephone number. No postal address. I have shown it. Already you observed it. You can find the email only. So these things need to be verified. So as I said, the peer review process and other reviewers related details, editorial board members, are they belonging to your subject area, everything need to be verified. The peer review time usually indicated by legitimate journals. All the journals, the standard journals, they clearly say these are the peer reviewing time. Whether 3 months, 6 months or 1 year, it has been clearly indicated in their own websites. Let me show you it. See, this is an international e-journal. They are maintaining the peer review process. It clearly says that nearly 3 months they are taking for reviewing process. So after submission, once you submitted the paper, after 3 months, you may expect the review results. So like this kind of information you need to carefully observe. You must verify whether the article is indexed in the international standard databases and whether they have any archives, or they maintaining the archives or not, because many journals they have the back volumes maintenance for easy access. See, this is the Springer Nature. It clearly says the journal archives is available. As standard journal, the legitimate items, they have all the features. It gives the flexibility to its contributors, whether the authors or librarians or any other users. They can access it as per their requirements. The digital identifier nowadays is quite familiar since everything is available in electronic format. The digital identifiers, almost standard publishers are using it. You can verify whether they may follow, whether they have the digital identification process. See the economic journal, Willy Online Library, it clearly indicates the DOI, the digital object identifier. Now they are giving a separate unique DOI to the results contributions. Every author, they will get on DOI for the contributions. But many fake items, you will never find the DOI. So digital object identifier is one of the key factor to identify its quality. What to do? check are guidelines provided for authors on the publisher website. For open access journal, does the publisher have a clear license policy? Are they maintaining an institutional repository? This is also an important factor. Let me show. See, this e-journal is maintained by an institutional repository, the Digital Commons at University of Nebraska, Lincoln. They are having the back volumes. Everything is maintained in their repository. These things need to be verified. When you go for the journal or publisher, just try to verify these things. Okay, keep those things in your mind. Does the publisher have a clear policy regarding the potential conflicts of interest for authors, editors and reviewers? And they must say about the format of the papers, in which format they are going to maintain it, whether the HTML or XML or PDF. Does the journal provide any information about the metrics of usage or citation? Nowadays the metrics are playing the major role in the research sector. Many misleading metrics are also available. You must be aware of it. Not all the metrics are authenticated. The Bales list clearly indicates what are the metrics are not authenticated, what are the whether they are focused or not. Everything is available in Bales list. Let me show one authenticated item. The Plemex matrix, an e-journal, international journal, they are maintaining this matrix here. I will show the misleading items. If you access the Bales list, see, many metrics have been listed here. You just go through it, you can get an idea, because when the journal, the predatory publishers or the journals, when they contact you, they may say our journals is listed, indexed, and in these databases we are having various metrics. These kind of details you can often find from the publishers' websites. So these list will help you whether the journal matrix is an authenticated or the fake matrix. Now we can start the submission process. In our country, the UGC take care of everything. Already I told you. They need to access the UGC care list very carefully. It is a consortium for academic research and ethics. If you load the UGC website, of course I told you, the Pune University is responsible for maintaining this care list. You need to get the password and everything. You need to enter whatever it asks, so you can log in. These are the registration formalities. You can get everything from this page. You can enroll yourself and you can get ID and password, and you can access to find out the predatory items. I explain how the UGC care is maintaining the list. There are two lists. They are called as group 1 and group 2. You are watching the group 1 list. The green circle indicates the group 1 and group 2. The first group 1 covers our Indian journals. The second one, the group 2, covers the globally recognized databases like as Web of Science, Scopus and MLA. Actually the Modern Language Association related journals is indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, so there is no separate list for MLA. So these are the two group lists available in UGC care. Let me explain what is group 1. if you access the group 1, you can find the disciplines, the science, social sciences, arts and humanities, multidisciplinary and Indian languages. These are the total number of journals provided here along with the discipline. You can find it within circular brackets. You need to select the subject, else the alphabetical wise you can browse the journal list. So the select option will help you to narrow down the search. In the group 2, see, as I said, the Web of Science and Scopus, MLA, the Modern Language Association, covered journals are available. So if you publish your article, your research works in the listed items, it will be considered for submission of synopsis and the thesis. Cloned items. UGC CARE is maintaining a separate page where you can find the cloned items under the group 1 and group 2. See, in the top side, red circle indicates the 2 alerts. The left side you can find the group 1 alert and the group 2 alert indicates the cloned items. You can verify the authentication of the journal, whether it is legitimated or not, through these options. See, this is the cloned item. The left part you can find authenticated item. That means they are in UGC CARE list. Right by the yellow highlighted part indicates the cloned items. Compare the titles and ISSN, everything. See, the interesting thing is the legitimate item doesn't have the URL. The clone, they are maintaining the website and everything. Hope you can understand why they are maintaining the website, to collect the money. You can contact through this website to them, everything, because direct contact is not permitted. Face-to-face contact is not possible. You can contact them through the online. The listed journal has no URL, just watch it. In the first one, Abro, this is the actually journal title. In the cloned item, they have added one more word, journal. So these things need to be carefully identified by the researchers. In the second one, Adhikam, this is the title. In addition to that, they have added International Journal of Hindi Research. The same ISSN they have used. See, some more examples. So this way you can differentiate the things. So suddenly you should not fall in the trap of the publishers, the fake publishers and fake journals. The title, language, publisher, ISSN, everything needs to be verified. So the UGC CARE list will definitely help you to stay away from these kind of items. This is the group 2 list. Already watched the group 1 listed cloned journals. This is the group 2 listed cloned items. See the 7 serial number, the title Das Jaichan. The cloned item just replaced the word Das and they added the word journal and it is suffixed after the Jaichan. This is available in German language, it is available in English language. You watch the ISSN, both are same. The next one, design engineering. The same title is maintained by the cloned items. See, both ISSNs are same. The title are same. Actually, this is the JSON, the UGC CARE listed journal original website, an authenticated item. This is the cloned item, the fake. See the website. How boldly they have displayed the terms. UGC CARE Group 2 journal, the ISSN number. Boldly they have say like this. So you must be aware. Some more examples. See, the original ISSN is faked by the cloned items. If you click the cloned journal URL, it shows like this. I tried to access it. See, it shows your connection is not private. It is because the website is not secured. It may lead to any attacks. You should not move further. You should cancel this process. A good researcher always need these things. Of course, the advice, tips, assistance, help, support, guidance. You can get it from the person none other than your research guide. Your supervisor is the first factor. He is the first person to guide you, to take you in the right way. See, Interscientia, a legitimate journal. Everything is clearly provided by this publisher. The website is secured and you can find everything in the journal website. The same journal is cloned by fake publishers. The same name as it is they have used, Interscientia. The website is not secured. See, the ISSN, the same ISSN number they have used. That's why the legitimate journal has given the warning in their website. Many journals, they are aware of the fake publishers. They know they have cloned their item. That's why to create awareness among the contributors, most of the journal you can find this kind of warning nowadays because it is an unavoidable thing now in the digital environment. To protect the researcher, to secure the research activities from these kind of publishers and journals, now all the legitimate journals are taking steps, and this is one of the steps. By this way, the researcher can get alertness. See, this is the comparison has been made between these two items. The left you can find the authenticated one, the right one is cloned. See how many differences, but the name is as it is they have reproduced. See, this is a warning given by the legitimated item, the International Journal of Multidisciplinary Applied Business and Education Research. So they are giving the warning. It warns its users. The cloned journal related information has been clearly displayed. As I said, the authenticated journals are taking necessary steps to secure the research activities. This is my own experience. See, dozens of mails every day I am receiving. They want me to be a member of the editorial board, to act as a reviewer, or to contribute the papers, or direct my research scholars to contribute the paper in these journals. For this lecture purpose, usually I don't have the habit of opening these kind of mails. Simply I will daily remove it from the mail. But for this lecture content, for creating awareness about this kind of mails among you, I opened it and included it in the content. So be careful about these kind of mails. You do not open this mail without knowing their authentications. See, the subject says UGC valid publication for research scholar. This is the heading they use, because nowadays they know the necessity of the contribution of the articles in the journals. For the submission process and other related research activities, the scholars need to publish these things. So they use these situations and they make them money and they cheat the scholars. So if it is up to our hand, we must be aware about the thieves. We must secure our belongings. It is our responsibility. So I visited the UGC care list. I took the ISSN number from the mail. See, I checked the ISSN. There is no journal exist. Okay, I tried it by giving the journal name. No journal in the UGC care list. But the mail says UGC care listed journal. So when the research scholar not aware of these tricks, simply they will submit the paper toward the mail. Immediately they will pay the money, whatever they ask, and it will be get published. They will send one print copy or they will send the link where you can find your article. But at the time of submission, it will be rejected by the DAR. Because they have this kind of setup, they will verify. The concerning dean office of all the faculties will not permit the scholars without verifying the authentication. So you must take care of it. Identifying predatory publications. Steps need to be remembered and followed by the research scholars. So far you have observed various contents. So you may have some confusion. So how to identify and where to start and where to finish? Let me explain. The step one, you need to check the journal website in our country for authentication. I will show what are the items need to be verified in the journal. The first one, check the URL secure status, whether it is secured or not secure. You start your work from there. The second one, their membership and the association needs to be verified. The third one, ISSN number, International Standard Serial Numbers need to be verified. It clearly says it is a peer-reviewed quality journal. The history of the journal needs to be verified. How long they are in the field, how many volumes they have in their archives, everything need to be traced through their history. The fifth one, the archive. Since they are maintaining the archive, they have separate menu. The contact details is very important, because whenever there is a need, you need to contact the editorial board. But there are rules. Within the limitations, you can contact the editorial board members. And proper email ID. And step 2, the ISSN portal needs to be verified. Already you observed it. See, I have entered the ISSN. Now it needs to be verified in the UGC care list. So enter into the UGC care, where I have selected the options say ISSN, I have entered the ISSN number. If you click the search, it will show the complete journal detail. So the authenticated journal, what you observed in the previous slide is displayed here. The journal title and the publisher, ISSN, everything is available in the AGC care list. Their current status also you can find it. This way you can identify whether the journal is suitable or not, whether you can go for publication. Step 4, you can start the submission process. Either you can go for, if it is not in Indian journal, you can prefer the Scopus or Web of Science related journals. A sample journal, American Economic Review, I have selected for verification purpose. So I have entered into the Scopus database area where I have entered the American Economic Review, the title. When we search, we got the details like this. Everything, the coverage and the period, everything is available. The ISSN number, publisher, the subject scope, you can find it. Their citation rate, everything is available. And the another one is the Journal of Marketing, search publications. See, I have entered the journal name. If you search, you can find all the details. The ISSN print version as well as EISSN, they are maintaining the two versions. They are all very helpful to identify the legitimate items. So some of the questions you need to raise yourself. If you act in this way, you must ask yourself whether you care about your reputation or not, whether you believe in your work or not. See, publication numbers count most. I prefer the counts only, not quality. I cannot be bothered to read. I have given up. Suppose if you have in these things in your mind, just try to erase it, not try, you should erase it, because they will push you to the fake publishers. If you have any of this in your mind, definitely you will fall in the traps of the fake publishers. So clear these things from your desk. Now this is the time to make your choice. So you have observed everything, whether you want to be a good researcher or not, whether you want to secure research work or not, whether you want to bring the good status, the glory to your institution or not, whether you want to maintain the reputation of the institution or not. So everything is on your hands, because your research in future after the decades may bring the nation glory. It may reflect anything, whether it may be a good way or in bad way. So you must think about it. Your decision should be a right one. It should not be a wrong one. You can find more contents in the given link. So the declarations part, and I really thank to all the authorities of our institution, and thank you very much for listening this content. Hope this may help you, and I wish you all the best.